Shalom.
Shabakata.
Yabashima Shabrakata.
Hey, so first and foremost, we want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Hashem,
Bashem.
Yahweh Shai,
Yahweh.
Hashem,
Bashem.
Okah,
Ukal.
Kadash.
Kadash.
Double honors to Apostles Nels Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to all Sisei Akim and during afflictions, making the call and election sure. It's the brother Kabar.
Mr. Brother Yatazaka.
And back with another one, just touching on how, what else is there to do besides serving the Lord, So Lord willing is edifying to the elect. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Kakadash Barakatam. To all sincere listeners who may hear this. So you want to kick it off?
Bear with me. Give me 1 second. Let me get, because it's a glare. It was a glare on the camera. Hold on, let me get the chair.
You good, bro. Shalom, Isaac. Yeah, man. Everybody tune in. Lord willing, this video, we'll have the full video on YouTube. I know on Instagram, a lot of people have short attention span, but, we just want to bring this edification out, so Lord willing, just feeding the flock, as your house says.
Okay. You had something, bro?
No, you got it.
All right. It's Proverbs chapter 13. Proverbs chapter 13 and 11. It says, wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase. And we wanted to title this lesson, what else you gonna do besides serve the Lord? Because there's not too many options of things that you can do in this world. It's not vanity, So, well, I tell you that in Ecclesiastes, the first chapter, vanity, vanities, all are vanity, So, wealth gotten by vanity, which can you look that word wealth up, Baba Kasha?
Khan, in the blue letter?
Yeah, Khan.
Khan. That was Proverbs 13 and 11.
Khan.
All right, let's see. Proverbs 13 and 11. You said which word?
Oh, wealth.
Wealth. All right. It says Pawan, if I'm pronouncing it right. It says wealth, riches, substance, wealth, price, high value. And it also means enough, sufficiency.
Right. So enough sufficiency on this side to be okay, this or things of high value, things that are esteemed in this world, It says if you get it out of this world, which this whole world is vanity, there's gonna be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase. In what labor? The labor of Yahweh Shem Shai, the ministry of Yahweh Shem Shai. That's how you're gonna increase. So ultimately, you don't want to serve the Lord because you want to get money, because you want to have women, because you want to be able to do the things that you want to do. But ultimately, all those things that you receive through vanity are going to be diminished,
Mm-hmm.
I could keep reading the 13. This verse 12 says, hope deferred maketh the heart sick, but when the desire cometh, it is a tree of life, and that's how it is, hope deferred, which the hope we hope in our Lord, giving us the promises that he promised, our desires of our heart, putting us back on top, putting the law, statutes, commandments on our inward parts. But every day we go by here in this vain world, it can make your heart sick, it can make your mind sick, It says, but when the desire cometh, it is a tree of life, and that tree of life is immortality, man. So ultimately, a little moment ain't nothing compared to immortality. I can tell you in the book of Sirach, as a grain of sand is to Let me see. I don't want to butcher it. Select it, bro.
Come.
Real quick. This is Rock chapter 18 and verse 10. Um, it says, "As a drop of water unto the sea, and a gravel stone in comparison of the sand, so are 1,000 years to the days of eternity." So uh, this little bit of moment here on earth is nothing compared to the days of eternity. So you might as well put in your servitude for Yahweh Shem Yahshua now. Verse 13, back in Proverbs 13:13 says, "Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded." So whoso despises the word, you look at the word of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, because that word despise means to look at as insignificant. So you look at serving Yahweh Shem Yahshua as insignificant, you're gonna be destroyed. But it says, "But he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded." So what else you gonna do? You're gonna despise Yahweh Shem Yahshua and be destroyed, or serve Yahweh Shem Yahshua and be rewarded? What else you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
What like it's really, what are you gonna do? Be in this world and just be vain, or serve the Lord and receive immortality? Just pretty much that's the point.
That's right, bro. Just to land back, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 30, and verse 8. This is, "Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me." Um, yeah, that was really the point. But I could get verse 9. It says, "Lest I be full and deny thee, and say, Who is the Lord Yahweh? Or lest I be poor and steal, and take the name of my power in vain." So you don't have too much on this side, man. You don't have neither, as it says, either riches or poverty. Too much of anything. The saying says too much of anything could kill you. But hey, I was gonna get Ecclesiastes 7:7, how it touches on how the a gift destroys the heart. You don't have too much on this side, because ultimately this place is about to be destroyed. That's really the topic of this lesson. I mean, what else is there to do, man? You want to pursue your career in the music? You want to you want to build on your whatever talent. You want to be a model. Whatever. Man, I mean, all this place is about to be destroyed out here, man. So there's no reason to try to gain anything more than, as it says, "Feed me with food convenient for me." Just, hey, man, the scripture said how money is a defense. We just trying to survive out here, man. We approaching that time of Jacob's trouble, man. We know prophecies are coming to pass every day. You see what's going on with Trump. Wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes in diverse places. The chip is being implemented. So I mean, there's no reason to want anything but to just get delivered out here, serve the Lord. I'm restarting my computer. You have something?
Yeah, I got one. It's Ecclesiastes chapter 2 and verse 21. It says, "For there is a man whose labor is in wisdom and in knowledge and in equity, yet to a man that have not labored therein shall he leave it for his portion. This also is vanity and a great evil." It says, "For have have man of all his labor and of the vexation of his heart, wherein he have labored under the sun. For all his days are sorrows, and his travail grief, yet his heart taketh not rest in the night. This is also vanity." Verse 24, it says, "There is nothing better for a man than that he should eat and drink, and that he should." You say something, bro?
No.
It's like it. Verse this Ecclesiastes 2 and 24, "There is nothing better for a man than that he should eat and drink, and that he should make his soul enjoy good in his labor. This also I saw that it was from the hand of Yahweh." So pretty much You know, this King Solomon speaking. If you read up in his chapter, he was letting you know how he had everything that you can want in this world. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he had women, you know, wives, concubines, handmaids, servants, you know, gold, treasures, you know, oxen, you know, he had everything pretty much you could have in worldly position, but he was saying it was all the vexation of the spirit as
Mm-hmm.
well. But in what we just read, you know, he said that what does a man have forth and all his labor that he put forth under the sun? You know, it's really nothing, man. Really nothing. It's nothing. It's all vanity. It's nothing better that a man can do but eat and drink. You know, and you know maybe gain a few things in this world, but it's all going to ultimately be diminished, like we read in Proverbs 13 chapter. Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but he that labor in the Lord, you know, his desire is going to be granted. Just roughly paraphrase. You know, so you know if you labor for this world, ultimately, you know, it's going to be taken away. But laboring in Yahweh Shem Shai, you know, that's the excellency of immortality. You know, so it's nothing else to do but serve Yahweh Shem Shai anyway. You know, because it's no purpose in none of the things that you could take part in down here. You know.
Come on, bro. I wanted to get that word while we on it because we touched on that word, vanity.
Huh.
Um, that was Proverbs 30, right?
That was I just read Ecclesiastes 2 and oh you talking about in what I read first?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, vanity is in both of them anyway, so it should be the same word.
Nah. Yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's the same word.
Let me see. So vanity it says, like you said, emptiness, vanity, falsehood, emptiness, nothingness, vanity, emptiness of speech, lying, worthlessness of conduct. So that's basically, if you even look in the context where I'm reading, was it that was Proverbs? That was Proverbs
13.
30. Well,
That was
that's
Proverbs
Ecclesiastes.
13.
Using
Oh, the
Ecclesiastes too.
Ecclesiastes 6 chapter. Yeah, God.
Right. Yeah, looking at the context, it just says, without God, everything is pointless. you know, and that just goes from, verse 12 to 26. And that's basically the point, man. Without Yahweh Shema Hawashai, all is vanity, as this definition says, emptiness, nothingness, worthlessness, because ultimately the Most High created everything. So you trying to do something besides the Most High, like he didn't create anything that you even thinking about. He created those thoughts you thinking, So ultimately, it's a fearful thing, man. He might have sent that delusion, making you think that, you're doing something on your own accord, you know? You have something, bro?
You got one?
I just thought about 2 Thessalonians 2:11. It says, and for this cause, Yahweh Bashim Hawashai shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. So if you ain't serving Yahweh Bashim Hawashai, man, you believe in a lie, witchcraft, whether it's, Christianity, being a Hindu, being a Moorish American. I know the brother did a video on that earlier, being a Moor,
Okay.
being of the Nation of Islam, which I did a video on that earlier. But all that is vanity, man. All that is worthless. It's emptiness, man. And just to give verse 12, it says, they that all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. So if you're having pleasure in the vanities of this place, man, you're trying to pursue whatever career, you want to get into real estate, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're not serving the Lord, then as we bring it out in this topic, I mean, it's all pointless, man. It's all emptiness. And just real quick, this is Job 12:16. It says, with him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his. So whether you are the deceiver, man, like these, false prophets out here, which they are deceived as well. I mean, they're deceiving their own selves, but all are deceived, that, hey, that's all Most High's will, you know. So it's a fearful thing, you know, because if you're not serving the Most High, then ultimately you're going to be devoured. Yeah, that was the point.
God, God. This Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 1, it says, Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that have no money, come ye buy and eat. Yeah, come buy wine and milk without money and without price. Wherefore do ye spend your wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread, and your labor for that which satisfieth not? Hearken diligently unto me and eat ye that which is good, and let your soul delight itself in fatness. You know, so pretty much, how I see myself, like, why you spending your money on things which satisfy not? Why you laboring for things that can't fully satisfy you, man? All right, just go ahead and give me everything you got, and you gonna delight yourself in fatness, man. You know, which I think that word fatness would be like something like excess, if I'm
Mm-hmm.
not mistaken. So like pretty much, you'll be able to enjoy with excess, when you give all your labor to the Lord, Yahweh outside rather than this world. It makes sense, because you're spending your money on something that can't profit you when you can spend your money with the Lord and have a continual profit.
Bro, that's right. Whatever you exhorting your energy, your time, your money, resources into, I mean, if it's not, getting closer to Yahweh Shema Shah, it's a waste of your time and money. Ultimately, I mean,
Right,
again, we have to survive, but if it's that fatness, that excess, I mean, you just, hey, man, like they like to say, you're doing the most, man. You're doing too much.
right, that's right, bro.
But I know we got to wrap up. You have something?
Yeah, I got a few more. This Haggai chapter 1 verse 6. It says, "Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Yea, clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes." You know, and that's how it is here, man. All right, you eat, but you don't eat enough. You drink, but you don't drink enough. You sow, but you don't get back everything you sowed in.
Mm-hmm.
You earn wages, but you just earn them just to put it into a bag of holes. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's ultimately all the labor of this place, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's ultimately everything that you get in when you invest into this place, man.
Come on, bro.
Uh, I got this one real quick too. I'm just shoot through these, then you get whatever you got, bro.
Come.
This Baruch chapter 3 and verse 8. It says, "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord, our power, Yahweh Shem Shai." So we yet this day still in captivity, man. Subject to payments, man. So every time you get something, you gotta pay taxes. You gotta it's always something you gotta pay for. This bill, that bill. It's always more you gotta do. Like even when you gain more, that's just another bill.
Mm-hmm.
That's just another payment.
Mm-hmm.
It's just more you gotta deal with, more you gotta keep up with. So
Mm-hmm.
ultimately, it's all vanity. Just to say it, just to be plain about it.
Mm-hmm.
Let
Come
me
on.
get this in First Corinthians 15 and 58. It says, "Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah. So it's a you need to always be steadfast, unmovable, and abounding in the work of the Lord. Why? Because you know that your labor not gonna be in vain in the Lord Yahweh Shem Shah. What else the hell are you gonna do? You know, what else are you gonna do? You know, just labor for vanity, for nothing, for not. You know,
Right.
just have everything that you work for taken away. You know,
Come.
let me get this last one, bro, and then you got whatever you got. This Psalm chapter 62 and verse 10. Well, I start at 9. It says, this Psalm chapter 62 verse 9. It says, surely men of low degree are vanity, and men of high degree are a lie. All right, so it don't matter. You can be of a low degree or a high degree. You still really ain't nothing. To you're not nothing. Psalms 39 tell you that. You know, a man's altogether in his best state is vanity. You know, it says, surely men of low degree are vanity, and men of high degree are a lie. To be laid in the balance, they are altogether lighter than vanity. Whew. It says so to be weighed together in the balance, they all together lighter than vanity. Yeah, you less than vanity, even at your highest degree. You know,
Man,
you know.
that's cold. Because we brought it, that word vanity means emptiness. So you're saying you're less than
Right.
empty? Oh.
It's crazy. Verse 10, it says, trust not in oppression, which this world is full of oppression, especially America. This is a complete oppressive place, man. You know, everywhere you look is oppression. You know, it says, and become not vain in robbery. You know, and I looked that word up, robbery, the other day. I can't remember exactly what it means, but it pretty much means like you can apply it to like something being put in the place of the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Shah. So like this, you know, this system, you know, this pit that was set up, this beast system, you know, that was set up in the ways of Yahweh Shem Shah. You know, a lot of our people trust in it, you know, but that's really robbery because it was the ways of Yahweh Shem Shah was robbed from the earth. You know, it says, if riches increase, set not your heart upon them. Yeah, and it says if riches increase, set not your heart upon them. Why? Because what is it gonna do for you, man? Are you continually laboring for more, you know, more esteem within this world, but it's ultimately not going. It's not all when it's finished. When it's all said and done, it's gonna be diminished. You know, so what's the point? You know.
Come, bro.
What's the point? Just go ahead and get the Lord what you got to give him, man. You know, what you gonna serve an idol? You know, what's the idol gonna do for you? They don't exist. You gonna serve a woman? She not gonna get you salvation. You gonna get some money. The economy gonna collapse. You know, you're gonna buy a house. You know, the Most High gonna send a nuke at it. You know, you're gonna buy a car. You know, that shit. What your your radiator head just started leaking out the blue. Like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like shit, you don't even like you ain't even like you out here doing hot donuts or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just always something happening. You know what I'm saying?
Bro. That's right. All this vanity, man. That was it on that?
Yeah, that was it, bro.
So yeah, just to land back, you know, in verse 10, how it says, trust not in oppression, and how you brought out in Baruch 3 and 8. You know, this is the curses, man. In Deuteronomy 28, I'm going to just get verse 33. It says, the fruit of thy land and in all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always. So this is part of the curses, man. Regardless, man, as we already brought out, you know, whether you've got riches on this place, man, you set your heart not upon him because you ultimately still oppressed, even if you got these Federal Reserve notes, you know. So ultimately, man, there's no other way, man, other than to serve the Lord. You know, this is the reason why we in this state, because we didn't follow the law, man. You know, we didn't follow the ways that we were given. You know, and just I got one more. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. It says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear
Mm.
Yahweh Bashimi Hawashai and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. Right. So that's the whole duty of man. You know, if you ain't performing that duty, then what are you doing, man? If you ain't fearing the Most High, all right, and keeping his commandments. All right. Verse 14 it says, for Yahweh Bashimi Hawashai shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. So if you're not keeping the commandments, then whatever work you're doing is ultimately wicked, man. It's evil. You know? So as the scripture brings out, fear the Most High, man. It's a fearful thing, man. You know, fear Yahweh Shema Shah and keep his commandments. For that, this is the whole duty of man. You know, that was it, though.
Right, yeah, that was the perfect precept to end with. You know what I'm saying? That's your duty. This is your whole duty anyway to serve your Habashim outside. So what else are you gonna do? You know,
Right.
You weren't put down here to do anything else. It's your duty anyway.
That's right, bro. You ain't doing your job. If you ain't doing this, then you ain't doing your job.
Bro.
That was it.
Okay, Kanye, that's it. You can wrap it up, bro.
So with that, you want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bashem,
Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua,
Bashem, Rakah, Kadash.
Bashem, Rakah, Kadash.
Shalom to everybody tuning in. You know, shalom. You know, Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect. And yeah, man. You know, we just trying to continue to fight, man. Continue to stay in the right spirit, man. Because if you ain't in the right spirit, and ultimately, hey, it's a fearful thing. You know. So shalom to the elect.
Shalom.